Salutations everyone, ShadowTaurus here, back with another video. Now recently, with the release of Black Myth Wukong, I've decided to power scale the main character of the game, that being the Destined one, as I've been playing the game myself. But before we get this video started, I want to let y'all know to hit that like button, comment your thoughts down below, and subscribe to the channel. Also, click the notification bell to know when I upload. Finally, you can either join my YouTube membership program or my Patreon. Both have cool rewards and help the channel, like early access to this video. Now, when it comes to the Destined one and Black Myth Wukong in general, it's heavily based on the novel Journey to the West. Oh, and real quick, this will contain major spoilers for Black Myth Wukong. If you have not played the game, don't watch this video. If you get spoiled, that ain't my fault. Back to the video. Anyways, this game follows the Destined one in his journey to gather the 6 senses of Sun Wukong in an attempt to revive the Monkey King. So, we'll be following his journey and scaling him at his peak, and talking about how his scaling actually works. And for simplicity, we won't be using Journey to the West to scale the Destined one. We'll only be using feats and statements from the game. This is so we don't have to get into too much of the lore of Journey to the West. So, without further ado, let's start with the strength of the Destined one. Now, one of the earliest feats we get for the Destined one is that he's able to contain and handle the power of one of the senses of Sun Wukong. This is important as this held enough power to reconstruct the entirety of the Black Wind Mountain Temple, which should be a multi-city block level feat, but depending on the size of the temple and how much is actually rebuilt, this could be higher. This isn't far-fetched, as in the Chapter 2 secret area, the Destined one was able to fight and combat Fubin, a creature that even Sun Wukong needed help in defeating. Now, some might argue, oh, he wasn't able to beat him and had help from the Yellow Rat Sage, who did, but the Chapter 2 final boss, you actually fight the Yellow Rat Sage, who has help from Fubin. This is all to help establish that the Destined one should be relative in some regard to Sun Wukong. If you need more evidence, he was able to fight the Great Sage's broken shell, which literally has echoes of the power of Wukong. Further evidence for this is in Chapter 3, the secret area, you're capable of fighting and beating Erlang Shen, someone who is considered a rival for Sun Wukong. Speaking of Erlang Shen, he has a great feat of slicing 2 mountains during the opening scenes of the game while he was fighting Sun Wukong. Now, this is a very impressive feat for the Destined one to scale relative to Erlang. However, there is one other feat I want to talk about in that same opening battle. That's where Erlang and Wukong clash and the resulting shockwave knocks over the 4 Heavenly Kings. Now, for context, we see these Heavenly Kings are the size of mountains, if not bigger, during the Chapter 3 secret boss fight with Erlang. Now, the actual power needed to move these guys, let alone knock them over with just a shockwave, would be immense. So putting the Destined one, who is at this level far above mountain level, potentially even into the island or country levels, is not a stretch at all. Hell, you might be able to argue that he's higher. So if someone wants to calc this, then please go ahead and send it to me. Now then, let's get into the speed, shall we? Now, when it comes to speed for the Destined one, we need to take into account some feats that he's shown. The first major one is being able to deflect arrows from even point blank range. This should instantly put the Destined one in the supersonic, if not supersonic plus range, and there are even higher speed metas we can get into from this game. Now, many enemies in the game are able to use both natural born and self-created lightning in their attacks. Now, some can call this game mechanics, but we will be, giving the Destined one the benefit of the doubt and assuming that he can dodge these light-based attacks based on you being able to dodge them. Now, there's a couple different ways you can scale this. The first major way is very simple, straightforward, and that is saying that he is massively hypersonic for being able to dodge a bolt of lightning. However, there are 2 other ways we can try to scale this. In real life, the color of lightning we see from a lightning bolt is not the strike of lightning, but actually the return stroke, which is the lightning climbing up the ladder in which it created at a third the speed of light. Now, if you want to say these bolts of lightning should be moving that fast as they have color to them, you can assume that the Destined one should be moving at relativistic, possibly FTL speeds, depending on how generous you want to be, for him to be able to dodge these. Now, while I did say we'll be only using feats and statements from the games, there is one feat I want to bring up that is heavily implied. During the secret ending, we see Sun Wukong's life, and then we see him urinating on those strained pillars. Now, in actual Journey to the West novel, Sun Wukong had jumped from the Buddha's hand to what is known as the end of the universe. This would include the Silver River, which is an infinite-sized realm. Now, if we assume this holds true in the games, which the games do a great job of being lore accurate to Journey to the West, we can easily bolster the Destined one up to infinite speed. But if you don't want to count this and just use the previous speed metas, I will not hold you against you because it is a little more awkward. However, that's it for the video. I could go into his abilities since he doesn't have too many, but this is a power scaling video, not a versus match video. So if you did enjoy the video, make sure to like, comment, don't forget to subscribe. And until we meet again, good luck in your power scaling endeavors.